Shut up! Eat my shit, idiot. And then poop it out and then eat that shit, idiot. Get dunked on, nerd. Day 207 of 365. That's fucking cringe, bro. I can't believe I've been doing this for 207 days fucking straight. No wonder I'm going insane. No wonder I come home every day after work and I lay down. And I decide, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna take a little nap because I need to turn my brain off from getting assaulted by chat every time I turn stream on, you know? Come on, I try to spill my guts. I try to spill my emotional guts. And then I get assaulted by everybody except Luke, who gives me bits and tells me that I'm a big, strong man. Thank you, Luke. Luke, I appreciate you and you alone. I want you to know that. Speaking of being a big, strong man, what does it mean to be a man? Oh, Luke, thank you for the 10 bits, my friend. Oh, shit. Luke also has fat dong. I don't know if you guys know this. Have I seen it in person? Legally, I cannot disclose that information. Boys, what does it mean to be a man? That's a question I ask myself often. What does a man do? What type of man am I? What about illegally big boy? Oh, I have seen it. It's huge. It's massive. It's gigaharduous. It's Genemanosaurus. You know what I'm saying? It's like that kid looking at the orange. He can't find the words big enough to describe how absolutely massive it is. The 10th wonder of the world. 9th? 8? How many wonders of the world are there? Add a number. Add the next number, you know? Shut up! God damn it. God damn it. Luke has joined the dark side, everybody. They don't last very long. If the light side is me over here, I understand why everybody's joined in the dark side of the Force. It all makes sense now. Why everyone says, you know what? Vader doesn't seem too bad. The Death Star, more like the Pog Star. You know what I'm saying? Now I've been saying the term boys for a minute. Is that because I watch a lot of Ludwig? Who's that? But I should be saying adults because I've been trying to figure out how to become a man. I ain't about to be a little boy, little pussy little boy. I want to be a strong man like Kratos. I want to figure out how to have big muscles and have a giant dick. I want to look like this guy. I want to be a true man's man. I want to have big floppy tits like this man. I want to have stomach abs. Boys, how to be a man is the question we're going to answer before we start playing God of War, because we need to know what Kratos goes through on a daily basis. He's a true man's man. He's deposited seed into the world, and that seed has grown into a trickster god named Loki. I too would like to deposit my seed into the world raise a trickster god. It's not really, I don't really want kids at the moment though, so I don't know. Coming to Mango. Way ahead of you on that, pal. Anyways, how to be a man. How to be a man. The School of Life is going to teach us. It's a quick video. Apparently it's not that hard.
For approximately 80 years, the notion of what a man should be like has been heavily influenced by the idea of cool. The cast of seductively cool figures includes Humphrey Bogart, Jean-Paul Belmondo, Marcello Mastroianni, James Bond, Bob Dylan, Ryan Gosling, and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay. Be honest, I didn't know who those... I knew who the first guy was, didn't know who the other two guys were, but I knew all the rest of them.
Doesn't try too hard.
Ooh.
You don't see them floundering about in a panic, but they succeed anyway.
I'm very much not a cool guy. I panic. I panic, and it's very aware that I'm panicking. The fucking baking stream when I had half butter, and I was losing my fucking mind. It was 3/4 cup butter? Uh-oh. I don't think I have enough. Fuck me. Oh, shit. I didn't know it was calling for that much butter. Fuck. Oh, no. It says 3/4 cup butter. Shit.
Physically confident, they can scale a mountain or saunter down a deserted street in the middle of the night. If they have to kill someone, they'll do it neatly with minimal fuss, but their words are always to the point. They're not meek in the face of authority, but they don't crave power themselves. They are independent.
Very
The essential
cool.
characteristic of
I
a
wish
cool
I could be a
man
cool
is
man.
an aura of invulnerability well handled, without any showing off or bragging. When the house is on fire, the cool man doesn't scream or call the fire brigade. Temperature's rising, babe.
He
quips to his
He pulls out his gun and shoots the fire, and the fire dies because he's so cool. Everything he does is so cool.
current girlfriend as she emerges from the shower. Then he casually puts out the blaze himself. When the waiter spills a cocktail over him, the cool man doesn't get flustered. He removes his jacket and looks even better.
The cool man screams at the top of his lungs and says, "How dare you, you piece of actual garbage shit." And then he sucker punches the waiter as hard as he can. And then he goes to jail for assault. That's what the cool guy does.
His shirt. When his boss is being difficult, the cool man smiles ironically. He can walk away from the job at any moment. This is what, as a man, one is supposed to be like. For decades, some of the most astute and creative minds have devoted themselves to making this notion of masculinity attractive. It's been portrayed as enviable, seductive to women.
Whoa! Hey, what the fuck's going on here? I can't show this on Twitch. They're gonna ban me.
And perhaps daily, this
Too
model
sexy.
of manhood tortures us with the gap between its ideals and our reality. But there's another, more realistic and more
Hey, that looks no pretty realistic to me. I don't know what you're getting at, video about things being more realistic. I don't.
important vision of what a good man is like that's comparatively been given very much less attention and creative encouragement. This is the very opposite of the cool man, what we call
the hot. The opposite of a man is a woman, right? Technically speaking. So the hot woman.
warm man.
Ah,
The warm
close.
man doesn't put out many fires by himself. He hasn't killed anyone either. He is, instead, very much alive to his own anxiety. He would drop
That's me. I think I'm the warm man. I gotta be the warm
the
man.
gun and would tell you he did quite candidly. What's distinctive and admirable is the warm man's relationship to this anxiety. He's aware of it.
Yep, I'm aware of it. I nurture it. I let it consume me in my bed at night and sometimes during the day if I'm just nurturing it just a little bit more than usual. And then I sit in my comfy clothes and I stare out the window and just panic for about 2 hours. And then I jump on stream.
honest about it, funny with it, and yet not overwhelmed by it. The warm man has a good sense of how demented and fragile we all are. So he goes out of his way to reassure, to be forgiving, and to be gentle.
That's Jeebus. See that, guys? We're the same.
He's tried very hard at times to get things to work out better for himself. But frequently, it just hasn't. Hard at times to get
Dude,
things to
that's
work out better.
fucking insane. I've literally made a list that looks very similar to this. Do keto, which I did, and I fucking nailed it. Go to therapy. I'm still deciding about that. Read 10 books. I've been audiobooking Harry Potter, and I'm on the Goblet of Fire. Thank you very much, video. So suck on that, you bitch. 5K run? Not quite. It's mainly working out every day. That's on my list. So I want to have more energy. There's an old saying that goes, those who put out more energy receive more energy, which is the craziest thing I've ever heard of in my goddamn life, because every time I work out, I feel like I'm gonna die. And then I want to go to sleep immediately afterwards because I said, hey, don't have any more. But I will say, when I work out on a regular basis, I don't feel like garbage. Also, if you eat a lot of cheese, take magnesium and fiber because it will help you poop. That's besides the point that I was making, but I felt that it was important to say out loud for anyone who might think they might be constipated. Quit smoking. I don't have any like quit ones though, other than like chewing my fingernails. I don't have any like life-threatening habits. What's a bad habit that I have? I chew my nails. I stress constantly. Caffeine. Ooh, that's probably one. Soda pop, actually. Soda pop and caffeine. But I do drink zero sugar No sugar for me. So does that really count? Energy drinks though, those are bad for you. Those shits will give you kidney stones. Boys, I'm gonna have kidney stones. Energy drinks. That's really the one that I'm like, ugh, I really should not do that as much. Aspartame in the artificial is diet, and diet is carcinogenic. True, yeah, that's why I gotta stop. I'm gonna have cancerous kidney stones, and it's gonna be fucking wild. What are you gonna do though, huh? We're all gonna die from something.
It hasn't worked. The warm man has known many sorrows. He has done stupid things. He has lost people he loved. He has made daft decisions. His weaknesses have made him immensely generous to others. When the waiter spills the cocktail, the warm hero laughs. They've spilled a few cocktails themselves, and leaves a generous tip if he can. When he forgets someone's name, which he does quite often,
okay,
the cocktail, the warm hero.
Boys, I'm the warm man through and
They've
through.
spilled a few cocktails themselves, and leaves a generous tip if he can.
Leaves a generous tip when he can. So, dude, crazy story. When I first had money, right? When I first started to get money and like I had a credit card and everything, a debit card, I would go to a coffee shop with some friends and I would pay for the coffee, and I knew that I needed to tip, but I felt like tipping $1 or like $2 was like insulting. So I got like a $4 cup of coffee and then I would tip $4. I 100% tipped at a coffee shop for about a year and a half until people told me, you don't have to do that. Leaving $1 is fine. You don't have to fucking 100% tip. You don't have to buy a $10 cup of coffee every time you buy one. And I would, if I had multiple drinks, I would do that. I would 100% tip again. So I was like, that's not how it works? Like, no. Which made sense why everyone who worked at that specific coffee shop, when they saw me, they were like, hey, you want a couple drinks, my guy?
Forget someone's name, which he does quite often. Leaves a generous tip if he can.
This is the like cringe that's me moment I'm having right now.
Which he does quite often.
I forget people's names all the fucking time, but I remember their face and I remember attributes about them and I remember their life story.
Warm hero is ashamed, but frank, and says sincerely, I'm really sorry and very embarrassed. I know, but it's just slipped my mind. Forgive me. Help me out. When they've...
Or what they do is they go, hey, what's up, dude? And then they wait and observe for someone to say their name in conversation.
Messed up at work, the warm person admits it, feels sorry, openly apologizes, and explains as best he can what actually went wrong and how he might put it right in the future. The essence of the warm man is vulnerability well handled.
Boy, so does that mean that I'm a man? Is that what this is telling me? Is me feeling like I'm not a man and that I need to figure out how to become more of a man? Is that proof that I am a man after all? Cringe.
Of his flaws and failings, but uses this knowledge to become interestingly humorous and a rich source of sympathy for the secret troubles of every life.
Are you guys giving me sympathy? Is that the right? Am I translating that right?
He encounters. Source of sympathy for the secret troubles of every life he encounters.
Oh, that's an interesting way to phrase that. So people getting sympathy from the warm man openly expressing their flaws and weaknesses. So then other people sympathize with that because they see their own troubles in them. So it's them projecting in their own way.
Ideally, one day, it will be as desirable to be called warm as it currently is to be labeled cool.
Cool.
There will be lists of the 40 warmest men under 40. Boys will come home from school and complain to their mothers, I can't do it, I don't know how to be warm. Girls at fashionable bars will take mental notes of where the warm guys are sitting. And in the secret soul of every man, there will be a quiet, steady yearning to be as warm as they possibly.
There will be a quiet, steady yearning to huck themselves off the tallest bridge they can find.
We love bringing you these films.
I like this guy. What other videos does this guy have? Freud's 7 things you need to know about psychotherapy. Okay, so this is just kind of like the human, like an analysis on humanity. I'm about to piss in my fucking pants. I'm gonna be right back.